Yes, Grandpa.
Well, that's too damn bad. You keep digging.
Excuse me.
Well, we've been at it for a few hours now. At least we've got something to show for it. The snow here is at least 20 or so feet deep. The winter's kind of given up on us, but now we've got the snowpack to play around with. So we figured what better thing to do than build a nice little romantic snow cave for us. Plan here is to just keep digging this out inwards. I'm on a hill, so I have pretty much unlimited room to go into the face of the hill. That way I can make it as big as I want, and the farther I go in, the more snow is on top, so I can dig out the ceiling as well. It's a nice break from all the crazy snowstorms we've been having all season. Now for the last few weeks, I've just been watching the snowpack go down as the weather's been like 50 degrees every day. So it's a little different, but it's gonna be till at least the end of summer before all this melts out. So if this is your kind of thing, stay tuned, because this is gonna be one of many snow caves I build this year. And I brought a friend along this time. What happened to your step?
Look at it. It fell apart. Oh my god! Alright, no step reps.
I told her on the way up here that this is going to be the most snow she's ever seen, but after seeing the snowbank, this is definitely the most snow I've ever seen too. We're back in California, in not just a snowy place, but actually the snowiest place in the world. So I don't think there's a better place to demonstrate the fun of a snow cave than just digging forever here. And discovering artifacts of pine cones that fell 6 months ago. Hey baby, do you want a quesadilla?
God, yes.
Grab my backpack. Look at this whole thing you built. I'll have a little campfire in there, and we can just walk right in to our little shelter for the night. Isn't that? That's awesome. Isn't she so cute? All right, well, the best thing I could come up with is to make quesadillas. So I've got all the necessary ingredients. Jesus. Well, we've got about an hour and a half till it gets dark. Bring in a little humidity. Really see her breath. Erin is really impressing me out there. Really perfecting that area to sit. It's going to be real nice tonight when we can have a campfire and make some s'mores or, whatever we want to do. Just chill out there. Just been a while since I've chilled by a campfire. But then after dinner, I'm thinking another hour or so of digging to make this a big enough space to sleep, and then I'll set up the sleeping bags, and I think we're gonna have to share a sleeping bag because, well, I only have one, so we'll see how that goes. Who needs utensils other than a knife anyways, right? I can make it work. It's not anything bushcrafty, it's just my my planning incompetence. Alright, I'm gonna flip this without causing too much damage. There we go. How's it going?
Good. Very good.
Well, your quesadilla's done in like a minute. I'll make mine after. Alright, there we go. Oh. I think that's pretty good. Here's it done. Enjoy before it freezes. Pretty loaded quesadillas.
So ready. Stick your head in there.
Why?
There's a surprise.
Oh yeah. Just pointed through a whole chimney. Normally when we burn those fires in there, they just smoke up everything and then they eventually just disintegrate down. It's like 20 feet to the base. And they just end up like smoking themselves out. But that actually might work. So, well, good foresight. We'll see how that works. All right, I get to join you now. How was it?
Scrumdiddlyumptious.
Not in a good old way. I've managed to keep my butt dry. It's the first time ever while building a snow cave. Can't say the same about my knees. Why'd you put them there? Alright, how's this?
They were weighing my pants down.
Oh, same. I got these new pants, and they don't have a belt. They just have this thing. So I ski with my freaking pants down to my knees half the time. It's a new ski fashion. You haven't heard about it? This is fantastic.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Scrumdiddlyumptious.
I'm gonna clean this up in here and finish digging out before it gets dark. Then we can set up camp and have a campfire. Somehow I've made I don't know how many of these, and I still do it. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty exhausting, especially this stage. I never thought I would have built so many snow caves that I'd have a routine, but nevertheless I do.
My God! I got it!
The only part that's not fun is the freezing cold, soaking wet glove part. But I'll make do. Aaron got a lot of firewood for us, so I think we'll be fine for a few hours tonight. I kept telling people as winter was winding down that eventually I'm going to be able to make campfires again. Because all winter it's just kind of miserable to stand outside and make campfires. But now that I can tell campfire stories. I told people that when I make a... Holy! Look at this thing real quick. The flames are like pouring over the edge. But yeah, I was teasing that I could make campfire stories on YouTube. And actually, here's one.
Good night.
Yeah. And that's your cue to go to sleep when I'm about to tell some boring story. Back in 1846, or the winter of 1846, there was a group that left from Independence, Missouri to cross the Oregon Trail out to the West Coast. And they made a pretty stark decision somewhere in the Rockies where they decided to use what's called the Hastings Cutoff, which at the time was not very established as a trail and there wasn't too much information to go around. This group was a group of 87 called the Donner Party. And they wound up right here what is now called the Donner Summit, where they hit a giant snowstorm. I think it was November of 1846. And so they thought, okay, we'll wait it through. And they posted camp at what used to be called Turkey Lake, and it's now their namesake, Donner Lake. And turns out the snow just didn't stop, much like this year. If anything, this year might have surpassed the 1846-1847 winter. And the reason the story's so famous is since they were stuck here all winter, there was a lot of cannibalism that went around. And by the end, if I remember correctly, only 48 of them survived out of the original 87, and some of them weren't even rescued until May. So this area is pretty known for that because a lot of things are named after that family and that group, the Donner Party. And when you see a winter like this year where the snow just hasn't given up until now in late April, you kind of get an understanding of, before all the modern technology and highways and snowplows, what were you supposed to do? It was just hopeless if you tried to navigate this part of the world on foot and by wagon like they did. You wouldn't make it very far. How do those shoes feel?
So much warmer than mine.
Her shoes weren't waterproof, so we got to repair mine.
I just grew 10 sizes.
Your feet are so small, and now it's like, okay. Alright, so this is going to be something I've never done before.
Wow, me too.
Well, I've camped at a snow cave. I've never shared everything. We're going to be so bundled, which is nice because it's really not even getting that cold tonight.
We're both tiny. That's fine.
We're both tiny. That's fair. I haven't used this thing in a while. Not since the last snow cave in February.
Wasn't that long ago.
To me, that feels like a long time. It's been a long winter, alright? We've dealt with a lot of snow. Speaking of a lot of snow, y'all better still watch when it's not snowing anymore, like now. Because you know what? I can't do that. I can't control the weather all summer. I promise by like the end of September, snow will be back.
That's you. Please!
Yeah, it is. That's where I poked a hole in it and I fixed it with rubber cement and duct tape out in the mountains of Washington in a fire lookout. Still cooking. This is where we're going to be tight. Slip it in this little mummy bag together. You and your ogre feet. You and your hobbit feet. Look at these socks. Smelly socks. This night is going to be fantastic for you, isn't it?
Ooh. Ooh. That is pretty bad.
Well, get ready to share a whole sleeping bag with me.
You know what? I'm gonna go sleep under a tree. My pillow, thank you.
Oh yeah, my arm is your pillow. You know what? It's really not so bad.
That's not.
You clock out in a quarter second. What's new?
Good.
No, I guess still gotta turn the camera off. You're ready to go to sleep. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Good night. fire back. On a scale of 1 to 10, how bad was that night?
Was it the best sleep I ever got? No.
You slept better than me, alright?
But it's the first time you told me the entire night.
Didn't have much of a choice. Went down to about 31. So nice spring temperatures, nothing too drastic. So it's pretty tolerable. Sharing a sleeping bag, if anything, it was pretty warm.
Yeah, it's so much colder here. I want to go back.
I mean, you gotta pack it up and leave, but you probably have another 20 minutes of sleep if that's really what you need.
Really?
Okay. This sleeping bag has done me well in Chad before, down to -30 Fahrenheit. And outside in a tent, probably about 0. I mean, it's rated 0, but the ratings don't mean much. And these sleeping pads, even though they say they're like, you know, average R value, if even, compared to the foam ones, it's just not true. These are way warmer and more comfortable than those bricks that they advertise. Alrighty, we're all cleared out in the snow cave. I'm gonna fill this in before we take off. That way, as it melts, nobody venturing through this area ends up falling in. It's a very stable structure, but you know, you don't want to hurt somebody if they venture through. And this area is very close to the Pacific Crest Trail, where soon enough, even though there's a lot of snow, people are going to be making their way through. So safety first, of course. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this little surprise adventure. I was traveling with Erin across the Southwest, showing her some of the cool spots, and I was telling her about how much snow there is up here, and she thought, let's make a snow cave. She's seen me do it before, so I told her, all right, great, I'll have you in a video, and we'll make a fun little snow cave and spend the night. That way you can see how I live. So thank you guys for watching. If you like this kind of winter, spring snow cave content, we've got about 3 more months of this, so it's not going anywhere. So please don't hesitate to subscribe. And if you like this video, leave a comment and leave a like. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.